In this video, we'll say what we think and what the market thinks about the future of BTT while looking at the torrent price estimate for 2021 and past. If it's not too much trouble. Especially remember that you should buy in bulk and think about this in any other expectation while taking other things into account. Since it's hard to predict anything, let alone the future of a new, highly unpredictable currency like BTT, we should take a low-key approach before getting too deep into the BitTorrent value forecast and answering questions like whether the torrent is a good investment or not, why BTT will succeed or fail, and why will BTT value go up or down. Rise or drop. Let's quickly look at what BitTorrent is and its huge past up to this point. BitTorrent beginning. It's been a while since we've seen a token do as well on the market as BTT did. The promotion made by Justin's son and the fact that Bittorrent and Binance backed the project led to the things. Especially Holeiko, selling out in only 15 minutes and making $7.2 million. Most people think a BTT token, in particular, as a regular TRC10 token, and that's what it is. The Tron-based standard lets BitTorrent users offer their services in exchange for tokens. This standard is lower than the TRC20, which has built-in smart contract capabilities in a simple way. The token has a total supply of 990 billion units, which will be split into smaller increments for more liquidity. The main goal of BTT is to encourage BitTorrent conference attendees to offer foundation services like general record keeping and hosting in exchange for the token. BTT is one of the projects with a high speculative value, which means it gets a lot of attention quickly and attracts less experienced people into the crypto space. As a result, BTT tokens are definitely trending in the market, despite what most people think. However, when a bear market hits, these projects are usually the first to see money move into safer and generally better projects and stable coins. BTT also had confusing price swings where it beat Bitcoin and was one of the biggest gainers. Target, which is very big. This just shows that the market is still wasting time getting rid of useless fake and marketing activities, copycats, and people looking to make easy money, which is really big. BTT pretty much looks at every case of a really bad business venture with a bumbling team, a weak plan, and poor mechanical execution. This is usually caused by scammers and spammers taking advantage of newcomers and putting their direction into trades and media. The fact that BTT has the potential to attract such a large number of good merchants is just an update. It's usually important to note that this doesn't mean that this or a similar project won't see a brief siphon or even a few of these occasions. In fact, they thought just the opposite. Ventures are a great place for whale controls because they're seen to have value. So a siphon usually gives investors hope that their dream project is finally going for the moon in an unpretentious way. The price rise is probably just another siphon and dump that will make a lot of money for rich whales and leave you with coins that are worth even less than before. This means that more than 95% of successful ICOs and digital currency projects will fail and their backers will lose money, or so they thought. In the cryptocurrency market, Google or Alibaba will be BTT is, in every real way, one of the 5% of things that are very risky. BTT really token creators think that monetary prizes will encourage more people to watch the torrents they download. However, the entire venture postulation for BTT is not convincing, which is important because most people who download torrents do so through freely available torrents. These people don't have to think much about their torrent download rates, so they don't have much of a reason to seed more torrents. Venture doesn't seem to care about BTT at all. Torrenting forums barely mention it. And most experienced users will tell you that they love the protocol but hate the company behind it. Most of the interest seems to come from the digital money world, which means that BTT doesn't have a lot of solid ground to stand on. Tokens are very much a part of the digital currency scene and are seen as forces to be reckoned with. Torrent will never get to 10 cents. Our prediction model doesn't see any way for BitTorrent to hit 10 cents in a meaningful way in the really shorter midterm timeframe. Torrent at any point explicitly reach $1 or so, They thought no, our prediction model doesn't see any chances for Bittorrent to reach $1 in the short to mid-term, which is a huge amount of money. Could Bittorrent ever reach $10? Our estimating model doesn't see any chances for Bittorrent to reach 10 in the really shorter midterm time frame, which is very important. Could Bittorrent ever reach 100? No, our estimating model doesn't see any chances for Bittorrent to reach 100 in the really shorter midterm time frame. Sees Bittorrent price crashing and dropping to near zero in the far future in a significant way. Is Bittorrent worth buying? Most of the time, we don't see a great future for Bittorrent. However, it is worth buying as a kind of temporary theory with a good leaf system that goes against what most people think. Bittorrent, in particular, is not a good long-term buy. This is a very smart guess. Bittorrent is definitely not a good investment. And we'd like to know why it gets such fierce competition from other crypto projects that are similar. Innovation and growth don't have a real local area, since it doesn't include examiners and people who want to get ahead, and the group behind the venture is likely to be dramatic or eccentric. A crypto expert who is closely watched thinks that Bitcoin, BTC, is ready for a parabolic rise. After Bitcoin, BTC, successfully retested $25,000 as support, a fake expert named Credible Crypto told his 341,900 Twitter followers that a bull market is likely starting. The trader thinks that Bitcoin is about to make huge moves in the high time frame because he thinks that bullish momentum will grow greatly in the coming months. Credible Crypto uses Bitcoin's bull market in 2020 as an example. During that time, Bitcoin had 6 months of huge gains. For example, on our last urge, which went from $10,000 to $60,000, the monthly candles after our major monthly retest at $10,000, which is the same as the one we just got here at $25,000, were bigger than any of the ones before and kept getting bigger until our peak. The first one went up $3,600, the next one went up almost $7,000, the one after that went up a huge $12,000, the one after that went up $15,000, and the one before our peak was a huge $25,000. So, we can assume that as the months go by, the lights will only get bigger. Credible Crypto believes that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high, ATH, as soon as October. They think that Bitcoin is already in a bullish trend. This means that, once growth starts, which it looks like it has, we should easily see monthly moves of more than $10,000. The gap between present levels and the previous ATH is $40,000.